It's because I didn't press it.
And we're rolling.
And we're rolling. Okay, so this is an informational video on how to measure your head. Now, how to properly measure your head for a hair system. If you're fairly new to this, I'm looking at you guys right there. If you're new to this, it's definitely a helpful tip on how not to order the wrong size. As you can see, so this is the hair system that I currently have. I don't know if you can see it. So it does have the clips in, because if you don't want to take the commitment of shaving your head, you can do that. But as you can see, over this area, it's a little too narrow versus the wide part, which I'm going to show you the proper way to measure your head, how to make a template, and go from there. So I will have my lovely assistant come in to the camera. Yes. She's got to use a step stool. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is, if you feel comfortable shaving the top of your head, go for it. But me personally, I'm not willing to make that much of a commitment just yet, just until I get the correct size. All right.
Yeah, keep going.
Anyway, so get yourself a normal like cloth tape measure. I'll hand it off to you. And basically what you want to do is you want to measure from the one side, obviously one side of your head to the other, but you kind of want to, if you can feel where your head kind of starts to like, not like fold down in a sense, like where your scalp, because your scalp obviously doesn't go like straight like this, it kind of rounds off. So you want to measure from where my scalp rounds off, so like right here.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you at?
6.
7.
7.
7. Yeah.
7.
Yeah. Because basically, okay, so you can take that off. So you want to measure from this part, and then now you're going to measure from where your hairline is. So my hairline, unfortunately, starts here, and then all the way back here. So here, you give me the front. Make sure it's 9. And then measure from the back, kind of like right over here. What is that?
8.
Like 8.5, 9?
No, that's 8.
That's 8?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's 8 right there.
All right. Well, for me personally, I can go, thank you.
No.
I can go a 7 by 9 because here works, you're not done yet, babe.
Okay.
Because from here, it's kind of small, but then back here, because of how my hairline is and where I'm losing hair and everything like that. So I would do a 7 by 9. You could definitely trim it up, or you could do the more traditional, which is 8 by 10, which is a big difference from obviously a 7 by 9, so you can measure it the way that you want. But you want it to feel essentially like a hat, but you want it to fit properly, because when your hair like overlaps, you want it to blend enough so it's unnoticeable. If you have a case where you like longer hair, obviously you'll not recognize it, but if you want like a buzz cut or maybe like a military cut, the shorter you go, the harder it is to conceal and harder to blend. So just make sure you get the proper size. Now, since that we got that size all figured out, the next thing that you're going to do is, I already have a template made out, but I'm going to show you but I'm going to show you how to do it. So basically what you're going to do is have your assistant again take some saran wrap, and when it doesn't mess up, basically take the saran wrap, flatten it on your head. I'm going to put it where my hairline is. Oop. Hold on, it's not on my hairline. Okay, go ahead. Mm-hmm. And then when she's twisting it, it'll just stay whatever, or I'll just hold it. Ow. Babe. It's gotta stay there. Alright, that's fine. So when it's stuck on your head, so you're gonna have the assistant take the Sharpie and basically outline where your lost hair is. So just do whatever. Just make it like around.
I can't see.
Okay, my assistant's really short, so I need to get down. So I'm going to hold these and just outline. Baby, you missed this whole spot.
I can't see, like
Babe.
I said.
Do you need glasses?
Yeah, probably.
Alright, whatever. So since I have my template already done, then the next thing you're going to do is, I'm not going to go in full detail about doing it, but just get your tape, and then obviously what you're going to do is you're just going to tape the entire thing. And then when you're done taping, basically that template that you just made, you can get down there.
Okay.
Basically, that template that you just made, it's gonna, like I said, this is all tape. It's all tape and the Sharpie. This is not the correct size, as you can see, because it doesn't fit where I need it to. I need it to, when it's pushed down, I need it to overlap a little bit more on this side. So let me actually show you this way. Ignore the hair. So as you can see here, if I put it where my hairline is, so this is like the front part of my head, okay, you see it doesn't line up with how my scalp goes down, okay? That means that this size, even though it's a custom piece, it's a little too narrow around here. It needs to be a little bit wider so it fits more like a hat. So it's a little bit more snug, as you can see, because then what happens is with stuff like this, if I can show you, I had it before. Essentially, whatever hairstyle that you choose to do, I kind of like just swoop my hair over whatever, or I keep it short. When I was trying to do it with this, you could see a little bit of, if you can see it, you can see the lace. Obviously, like I said, I pushed my hair to the side, and seeing as it's the wrong size, since it doesn't fit properly, and if I do whatever I do with my hair, you'll still end up seeing it, and then you'll go out and about, you'll see it, people will see you, and you'll be like, okay, well, yeah, essentially you're wearing a hairpiece, and that's not what you want. You want it to be seamless so nobody else can see it. A good example is something like, essentially something like this. This is a temporary one that I got from my hair stylist that she gave me temporarily to show me what does fit. So this would be the proper size. Not the color, because the color isn't my hairstyle, or my hair color, but basically this is what you want. So when I put it on, so usually the numbers in the back or behind you. Seeing as this hairpiece is a little messed up from the previous owner, I put the numbers in the front. So it, because there's a little bit of a bald spot in the very front of the part. But basically how it fits is when it's on, and I'm not going to put it on, but when it's on, how this part lays out where the tape is, it actually sits, like I said, ignore the hair, but like it sits pretty much perfectly for where my hair loss is, and that's exactly what you want. You want to make sure that it sits properly, because like I said, you don't want it to be noticeable. And the great thing about, having your first time hairpiece is if you can get help from a significant other or go to a salon and they can have it measured out, I definitely recommend doing that. If you don't want to make the full commitment of shaving your head just yet, just because you don't want to get the wrong size, definitely I recommend having help with it, because you want to have the right size. If you're getting a custom piece, you want to have that template, because then they actually know what your head shape is, because obviously everybody's head shape is completely different. If you just go with a stock hairpiece, which I believe the normal stock hairpiece is an 8x10, of course you can customize it to yourself, but just let you know that if you do end up getting that hairpiece and it doesn't fit, but you already cut it, or you cut the lace or anything like that, it's not refundable, it's not returnable, because you already, cut it and everything like that. Other than that, I definitely 100% recommend Lordhair. I hope this video is informational enough for you, and hopefully it helps you when you want to get into your own hair system. There are other YouTube tutorials online if you just search it. Of course, Lordhair is a very big, well-known company. Quality products for their hair systems. It's all ventilated. As you can see, the one that I got, it's skin, so this is considered the skin, and then it's ventilated on the inside, so it's your lace and it's ventilated. I definitely recommend that if you live in a hot state. It definitely helps. I live in Florida. It gets hot here all the time, so if you're out and about and you sweat, at least the ventilation system definitely helps. Other than that, I hope that this video helped you, and when it's your first time doing a hair system. So stay tuned. When I get my hair system replaced from my mess up, then I'll definitely show you the application, how to put it on, and how seamless it actually can be.